Thanks for listening to another episode of unMetered, brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric. Middle Tennessee Electric is a member-owned, not-for-profit electric cooperative that's been serving its members since 1936. And one of the benefits about being a member is that you are able to participate in programs such as the Cooperative Solar program here at Middle Tennessee Electric. And in fact, you can find more information about Cooperative Solar by going to mtemc.com/cooperative solar, or you can listen into next week's podcast and you'll get several questions answered by our in-house experts, Mandy Pinion and Avery Ashby, about the program. It's been around for over a year now, and they're giving us some insight into how and what has happened in the Cooperative Solar program, and it's just a fantastic conversation that I was able to have with them. So again, if you've got a question about that, hop on over to mtmc.com and check out Cooperative Solar. Of course, if you've got any questions related to your bill, your account, or your monthly usage, be sure to give us a call at 877-777-9020. One of our member support specialists will be able to help you and answer any questions you may have regarding your account. Today's story is titled, 3 Employees Walk into a Lab. Have you heard of the Volta Laboratory and Bureau? I doubt you have, and in fact, I doubt anyone living has ever heard of it either. Because almost a century ago, Volta Laboratory and Bureau changed its name. But before it changed its name, the laboratory was created by a man named Alex. And Alex created this laboratory in his pursuit to help the hearing impaired community. But unintentionally, he also made a great stride in changing the energy industry. So Alex was born in Scotland to a very interesting family. His father and grandfather were experts in the field of vocal mechanics and elocution, while his mother was a deaf and yet very accomplished pianist in Edinburgh. It was because of his mother that Alex developed a passion and inspiration for working with the deaf during his lifetime. At an early age, Alex was groomed and trained to take over the family business from his father. But he was a curious and stubborn boy and had no interest in taking over his father's business. So in 1862, to get out of working in the business, Alex decided to help out his ill grandfather and to take care of him. Alex's grandfather encouraged him to chase his own curiosities and to chase his own interests, which was to help the deaf, but in his own way. So by the age of 16, Alex decided to help his father, who was already helping the deaf community, and he started to improve the lives of those around him that suffered from deafness. Health conditions were not ideal in the United Kingdom in the late 1860s, which resulted in Alex's 2 brothers dying from tuberculosis. It was at this point that his father decided to move to Ontario, Canada. So in 1870, Alex and his family moved to Ontario, Canada, and a year later in 1871, Alex moved down to Boston where his benefactors lived. Now, these benefactors were helping fund a project, and Alex was trying to develop what he called a harmonic telegraph, a device which transmitted messages at different frequencies. The idea had great potential, and Alex's benefactors were extremely excited about this. But Alex continued to be distracted with the idea of sending sound over wires. So Alex's benefactor hired Tom, a skilled electrician who could bring Alex's ideas to life and get his attention back to the harmonic telegraph, which is what he was being paid to create. Alex and Tom had a great partnership, and they worked on Alex's harmonic telegraph and voice transmitting device during 1874 and 1875. But the real break for Alex happened in 1876. In a fit of frustration one night, Alex knocked over a container of transmitting fluid and shouted, "Tom, come here. I want you." Tom heard the voice over the wire of their transmitting device, and the rest is history. And that is how the legend of how Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone with Thomas Watson. But our story doesn't end there, because I've not yet explained how Volta Laboratory and Bureau changed the energy industry. In 1880, the French government awarded Bell the Volta Prize, which was about $10,000 at the time and would be comparable to $260,000 in today's economy, for his invention of the telephone. Now, he used this money to fund the creation of the Volta Laboratory and Bureau, which specialized in the analysis and recording and the transmission of sound. Alexander used the profits from his laboratory to fund further research and education into the improvement of the deaf community. The Volta Laboratory eventually was consolidated into a research division between two companies in 1925 and was renamed Bell Laboratories. Now, Bell Labs expanded over the years to have multiple locations across the country. They had thousands of employees. One of those labs and 3 of those employees worked in Murray Hill, New Jersey. It was 1954, and a physicist, a chemist, and an electrical engineer produced the world's first photovoltaic battery while looking for a way to power telecommunication devices in remote areas without access to electric lines. The photovoltaic battery was created while attempting to improve upon selenium battery technology, and they added single-cell silicone to the mix. So on August 26, 1954, they announced to the world their new electric generation technology. Although Alexander Graham Bell had died in 1922, his pursuit to improve the lives of deaf people led him to create the telephone, along with 30 other patents bearing his name. This drive for innovation allowed him to found the Volta Laboratory and Bureau that would one day be home to the men who created the first photovoltaic battery, or as the rest of us now call it, a solar cell. And that's the unmetered story of the solar cell. Solar cell technology is the foundation on which solar panels are built. Solar panels are used around the world, and in fact, they're used in College Grove, Tennessee, where Middle Tennessee Electric has the cooperative solar field. You can drive by it, you can see those solar panels out every single day collecting sun. And of course, if you want to sign up for cooperative solar, you can do that by going to mtemc.com/cooperative solar. Next week, again, we're going to be talking with Mandy Pinion and Avery Ashby, our in-house experts on the cooperative solar program, and they're going to give their insights on what it looks like a year after we launched. So if you're interested in signing up for cooperative solar, be sure to tune into that. If you've never thought about signing up for cooperative solar, you may want to listen as well, because you might hear something that is of interest to you. Thanks again for listening, and we hope to see you next week.